How is average weekly wage, calculated for workers' compensation? Imagine you get hurt at work and wonder how much money you'll receive while you're out. The key number used to figure that out is called the average weekly wage. But how do they actually calculate this number? Let's break it down. First, if you've been working for the same employer for at least 1 full year, which is 52 weeks, your average weekly wage is found by adding up all the wages you earned during those 52 weeks. This includes your regular pay, overtime, commissions, bonuses, and any other money related to your job. Then, they divide that total by 52 to get your average weekly wage. If you've been employed for less than a year but more than a few weeks, the calculation is a little different. They take all the earnings during your actual period of employment and divide that by the number of weeks you worked. For example, if you worked for 10 weeks and earned $2,000, your weekly wage would be $2,000 divided by 10, which is $200. Now, if you only worked a few days or weeks, the calculation might look at what a coworker in a similar role with at least a year of experience makes. This helps ensure fairness when your work history is short. All types of earnings count in this calculation. That means overtime pay, commissions, bonuses, and benefits are included. But if you had weeks with no earnings because of unpaid leave or other reasons unrelated to your normal work, those weeks are usually left out to avoid lowering your average unfairly. Some places also allow using the wages of a similar employee if you haven't worked enough to establish a clear average. If you worked for multiple employers during your injury period, your earnings from all those jobs can be combined and divided by the total weeks worked. This number is very important because it determines how much money you get from workers' compensation benefits. Typically, you receive about 2/3 of your average weekly wage while you're unable to work. That's why getting an accurate calculation is so important. If the insurance company picks a different figure or leaves out some earnings, disputes can happen. So, workers and their legal teams often review these calculations carefully. In short, your average weekly wage is a measure of what you usually earned each week before your injury. It's mainly calculated by dividing your total earnings over a set period by the number of weeks in that period. Adjustments are made for short employment times or irregular earnings. This number directly affects how much money you'll receive in workers' compensation benefits after an injury.